Welcome back. We're back with Baritsa Bobs, and we're going to finish up our conversation about coffee. And let's start with coffee at home. You know, how do you store coffee at home? What's the best way to keep it fresh?
Well, let's start with the best way not to store coffee.
Okay.
There's a big misnomer out there that you should freeze coffee. It's very safe
and that's
to do
what
that.
I do because I've always heard that.
Absolutely
Me too.
not.
No,
really?
It's the worst thing you can do for your coffee because the oils will congeal and it'll change the flavor profile. So the best thing you can do with coffee is buy it on a regular basis, get the freshest beans possible, and generally speaking, if it's in a sealed bag, is going to be fresh. If you go to a coffee house, it's generally going to be a week to 2 weeks old. Anything out to 6 months is fresh when you consider coffee. But you don't want to freeze it, it will destroy it. And if you use a grinder, it'll really tear your grinder up.
Oh, true.
Okay, and is it better to grind the coffee as close to drinking it as possible, or does that not really matter?
If you're really a coffee snob like myself and my wife, yes.
Okay.
If you don't have that capability, it's okay. As long as it's in a cool, dark, sealed container, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
But does it make a difference even to use the grinder to get the whole beans and grind them at the grocery store versus getting already ground coffee?
The only problem there is you really want to know that you're grinding it for your specific machine, and that's the advantage of going to a coffee house versus a grocery store.
Right.
Knowing what that grind is for your customer.
Oh, I see. Like how finely ground it is,
How finely,
you mean?
because the extraction of coffee is what makes the entire flavor. So you can get bitter or you can get very weak coffee. And really, coffee people know how to grind coffee for that reason. If you have a grinder at home, yes, try to grind it as close to the time you brew it as possible.
How do you tell, though, if you have coffee or you bought coffee, if it's truly fresh? Is there a sign? Is it the smell? Is it?
Generally, it's the smell.
Okay.
And then as coffee stales, the flavors really go away. Coffee also absorbs odors very, very quickly. So even if you have old coffee, just a tip for everyone out there, I usually take the coffee, grind it up, and stick it in my ashtray or in a bag and poke holes in it and put it in my car. It absorbs odor very, very well.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes.
So can you use it kind of like baking soda?
Absolutely.
Put it in the
That's what I
refrigerator?
do. That's what I do with it.
Interesting. Well, let's finish up with finding out a little bit more about your shop and what you provide and what you offer at Baritsa Bobs.
We offer all the drinks, but we also offer bulk coffee, and we really have an area that we're proud of. We call it our Coffee Education Center. Everything I have here today is on display. We even, over the summer, we're selling the coffee plants, and I think we have 2 of those left.
Wow.
But with all that, you can come in, we can explain the whole process. You'll see pictures of the coffee plants from when they were seedlings the whole way through when they bloomed. And actually, in the next couple months, these should start blooming, or at least we have our fingers crossed.
Yeah, I think the last time we were in there was with my kids. My kids loved it, so I highly recommend visiting and seeing the whole education corner there.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, there's so much to know that you never thought about. And you should check out elcansavings.com because there are some Baritsa Bob promotions on there. Buy a drink and get the second 50% off. And also on Mondays from 2 to 4, you're running a promotion through February 8th. But be one of the first 5 people to buy a specialty drink and receive a free pound of coffee.
That is a great promotion.
It's a great deal. I actually had a friend of mine going, how are you making any money? But we really want people to enjoy a really good coffee. So that's why we're doing this.
Go ahead and visit. Make sure it's on a Monday between 2 and 4. Be one of the first 5 and you can get you could win a free pound of coffee.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, it was very interesting. We really enjoyed it.
Appreciate it.